All right, folks, today's class, Sandwiches 101. Who doesn't like a great sandwich? I love sandwiches. We eat them all the time. So today we're going to investigate the New York world of sandwiches. Ethnic, familiar, crazy, funky, a chef spin on them, you name it. All around town, sandwiches. Hey, you want to know how to eat for $7 or less? Stay tuned. First stop, Little Nicki's, baby, home of the banh mi, this great Vietnamese sandwich that I recently discovered, and I love it. We got the dad, the son-in-law, his daughter, and the baby. Yeah, that's Little Nicky, as in Little Nicky's. Now, for those of us that don't know, who have not tried a banh mi, tell me what the ingredients are to this classic Vietnamese sandwich.
Okay, well, of course, it's on a toasted French baguette. It consists of French pate, Vietnamese ham, roasted ground pork, and with all the dressing of a Vietnamese sandwich, with is the pickled carrots, the cucumbers, and the cilantro.
So you've got the, the fattiness of the pate against the sort of sour pickle thing. And this is a real, sort of a nod to the French years in Vietnam with the, the pate going in a baguette more or less, or a small French roll, right?
Right, absolutely. It's definitely French influence, yeah.
Yeah. And right off the bat, this bun is warm. See the steam coming out? Ingredients are warm, bun is warm. Open it up. Got those carrot pickle in there, coriander, some kind of cucumber action going. I'm going to go for the meaty section. Oh, this is great. Cucumber, carrots, the pickles, fat from the pate. The bun is really crispy and hot. And the coriander, a winner. All right, we're here with a happy customer. Tell me what you think of the banh mi's they do here.
I think they have the best sandwich around ever since they opened. Not too long ago, so the best sandwich around here.
Or we're here with another happy customer. Now, you didn't get the traditional banh mi. Tell me what you had.
I get the portobello mushroom and no hot peppers, but it's delicious and very generous and very cheap and great quality.
It's sort of fitting on the 50th anniversary of McDonald's that we visit a new New York take on the hamburger. This isn't just any hamburger, it's a classic. Pop burger. Absolutely delicious. Tell me how this whole idea, because I'm intrigued with this, the idea of this little tiny burger. Where did it all start?
Basically, we were doing a high-end cocktail party at our original location on 4th Avenue. So I just said, well, let me make a cheeseburger the way I like them and see if everybody agrees with us. And of course they did. They thought, it was great for the party. And then Roy Liebenthal, our owner, was brainstorming one day, and he called me into the office. He's like, what if we did a whole concept based around these little guys, because people rave about them so much? And I was like, well, I'm game, I mean, it's not my, I'm a burger guy. I mean, I love eating them.
Right, he's the guy that worked at Danielle and worked at these other restaurants. Yeah. All right, I'm flipping burgers now.
Exactly. So, but, these kind of things help because, learning how to just put elements together to just come up with something that works.
If it tastes great.
And they say sometimes the simplest things are the hardest to do. So, I mean, I have no shame in, what we do here. And we've addressed all different sort of aspects, but I just love the democracy of it. And
yeah.
Everyone from little kids to supermodels and everybody loves it. I guess what it is that we take what's the ubiquitous burger, but we broke it down into its sections, made sure we did each one of those things well, and then assembled it together, and it comes out in a way that seems to be pleasing people.
I got my pop burger going.
Let's look at it.
Look at that bad boy. Lightly grilled. Got the burger, the cheese, the mystery schmear, chiffonade of lettuce, and a tomato. It's great. It's absolutely great. Ray Kroc, you'd love this. Beautiful, perfect medium rare. That's how I like them. That's just great. I am hooked. All right, look at this. Now, for those of you who's saying, but I don't eat burgers and I'm a vegetarian, this is brilliant. This is called the Invisible Burger. Well, it's not invisible. What it is it's a grilled, marinated, battered portobello mushroom. Marinated olive oil and herbs. Char grilled to get that great flavor off the grill, then refrigerated so it sets up, breaded, and part of the breading is these panko, the Japanese breadcrumb. Well, hey. Oh. That's wonderful. It's actually great.
Eisenberg. Yeah.
This is authentic slice of New York history. We're here inside Eisenberg's between 22nd and 23rd on 5th Avenue. Been here since 1929. Same location. My guess is the same marble bar they've been using since 1929. I mean, look at this stuff. Look at the grease stains up on that woodwork there. That's patina, baby. You want original, huh? Keith McNally opens restaurants that look like this, but he makes them look like this. This place looks like this, you know, because it took about 60 years worth of work. Anyway, it's a sandwich shop. It's a classic old New York sandwich shop. You sit at the stools. They got some tables to the left, a little dining room in the back. What they have is great sandwiches and great bargains. Between $5 and say $7, $8, you get a fantastic sandwich here. I'm going to try the pastrami and something else. We'll see how good it is. But I just love the look of this place. I mean, how do you go wrong with this? They do breakfast, they do lunch, they don't do dinner. Today's Saturday, they close at 4. Get here early, get here hungry.
Okay, my friend.
Pastrami. This is cut by a machine, paper thin. You gotta smell this. This smells unbelievable. Very nice, spicy exterior, peppery, coriander, tender as can be. I mean, it melts like butter. This is a great sandwich. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. No, this is not a frappe, latte, frozen gelato Starbucks special. It's an egg cream. Remember those? Egg cream. Beautiful. This is great. Foamy, not too sweet, almost a little sour there from the seltzer. Chocolate. It's fantastic. What's better than a pastrami sandwich and an egg cream? Huh? I mean, there's just times when you need a pastrami sandwich and an egg cream. Nothing else will do. Or maybe you need an egg salad sandwich or a chicken salad sandwich or a Reuben and an egg cream. Come here. 22nd and 23rd, Eisenberg's. They've been waiting since 1929 to serve you. What happens when a big-name chef, Tom Colicchio, attaches himself to a sandwich? Well, witchcraft. They're opening up all over town. They're great. I'm a big fan of everything Tom does, and I'm a big fan of this. Let's meet Tom's partner in crime, the actual chef here every day, Sisha.
Problem with sandwiches in general is just people were used to putting just mediocre ingredients with like bad lettuce, bad mayonnaise, and bad bread together, and and nobody cares because
And bad meat.
and nobody cares because it was just a sandwich. But we thought, well, it's a great meal. It deserves the same respect that any other meal should. It deserves great ingredients, great bread, great meats, and good mixture of textures and flavors, and why not? And let's put a meal together. When it's not we're not coming up with inventions here. I mean, we're inventing nothing here.
Right.
It's
This
just
isn't Ibuli. This is just make great sandwiches.
exactly just going back to just like why not?
You guys know I'm an anchovy fan. I wanted to see this sandwich. Sisha does a little demo for us, and I eat.
So this is country bread. It's from a great bakery called Pan d'Avignon, and this is a soft cooked egg. It's an egg that it's like a soft boiled egg. There you go. You see, like the white's completely cooked, and you got the rich, runny. So, cut that up a little bit. A little kosher salt, and always fresh ground pepper. Okay. So we'll season that a little bit. You can actually do this right onto the bread. Just
a lot of anchovy.
Yeah. But you know what?
One in every bite.
One every bite. So we're gonna go like that. Okay. Some roasted onions. Okay.
Just like caramelized nice.
Yeah, just cook them. You can cook them in your oven. A little olive oil, a little salt, pepper.
That's how you guys do them in the oven?
Yep, we do them in the oven. Yep. And I got some frisée, which is
here.
this green, which is slightly bitter, has a really nice crunch. So this is gonna give it a little bit of a crunch. Salsa verde, which is basically a sauce with like parsley, capers, a little bit of garlic, white wine vinegar. And that's it.
That's a beautiful thing. Oh, that's great. I mean, sandwich, salad, combo, great bread. This is a great story. I love this guy. College educated, postgraduate degrees, makes a lot of money in the .com scene. Born and raised in Philly, so he knows about cheesesteaks. Comes to New York, has been here a while. Guess what? No good cheesesteaks. So he gets an idea. Got some .com money, let's do the cheesesteak up here. Real Philly cheesesteaks in Hell's Kitchen. Well, Tony Luke's is here, and it's good.
I was walking around the West Village, and I saw a place that claimed to have the best damn cheesesteak, period. So being from Philadelphia, I had to try it. I walked in, tried it, and I said to myself, not the real thing. So I thought to myself that there's nowhere in New York City to get a real Philadelphia cheesesteak. I called Tony Luke. I'd always heard about Tony
But you
Luke.
talked to Pats and Geno's first.
That's true, I did.
And the mooks didn't want to even come up here.
No, they weren't ready.
No,
but I called Tony Luke, and he was looking to expand, and I guess 1 year later, here we are. I get everything, from the meat to the cheese to the napkins from Tony Luke in Philly. So I'm the only guy here that can claim that it's actually an authentic sandwich from Philadelphia.
And you're getting the bread from the bakery. It's coming in, it's proofed and it's frozen.
Yes, it's frozen.
And you're baking it off.
Yes, and then we bake it off in the oven. So it's the exact same roll that he serves to his customers in Philadelphia.
And they're fresh baked rolls.
Fresh baked rolls.
So they're crisp, they're moist
Crisp,
on the inside.
absolutely, yep. They
Beautiful.
soak up the grease well, and they're crispy on the outside. They're good.
All right, this is the anatomy of a cheesesteak. You got the roll, that's very important.
That's it.
They bake it on the premises. You got your meat, you know, that's your meat. In this case, it's not mystery meat. We know it's a ribeye. You got your sweated onions, and this is what they call whip.
That's it. Wit.
Wit. In Philly, this is whip.
I just say onions. I'm trying to change it.
Yeah, well, they're trying to change the culture. I put a little ketchup in mine. Now, as we learned from our boys in South Philly, you dip in the grease a little bit over here. You know, it's like, I mean, that's part of the thing. You gotta dip a little in the grease, and you pick this bad boy up, and
There you go. That's it.
what's that? You know, this isn't first date food, but it's damn tasty. And I'm from Philly. I mean, you know, went to Temple. 2 in the morning on the way home, you swing by Geno's, man. Eat 2 or 3 of these. Woo, wake up the next day, got ketchup all over your face. What's that all about?
Breadcrumbs all over.
Breadcrumbs all over you with your shirt. Holy mackerel. Wasn't for these, I wouldn't have survived. It was a great day. We shot that show in a day. We ate all over town. Little Nicki's was fantastic. That's a great little sandwich. The pop burgers were super little things. This is a $5, $6 eating. Eisenberg's, you know, one of the oldest sandwich shops, like pop shops, malt shops, I guess they used to call it, in New York. That long bar, they expanded it in the back a little bit, but classic. I mean, $6, $7 great lunches. The cheesesteak was good. Of course, Tom Colicchio at Witchcraft is great. I mean, Tom, just everything he does seems to turn out spot on, and they're opening Witchcrafts all over, which is a wonderful thing to see. So I come home and I think, well, what am I going to do sandwich-wise? So I thought I'd do my spin on how you can just replicate a cheesesteak at home. It really comes down to nothing. I mean, Philly cheesesteaks, to me, they're like one of the most overrated sandwiches on the planet. I'm from Philly, I can say that. I've been to Mecca, all right? I've been to Pat's, I've been to Geno's, you name them. I mean, at the end of the day, it's frozen beef thrown on a flat top that sweats, doesn't even get color, just kind of goes, whoa. And then it's thrown in a bun with a little bit of cheese whiz. I mean, hello, that's not exactly setting a high watermark. On the other hand, it's kind of gross and irresistible. And the meat they use, they're all using the same thing. I mean, the good places use a frozen Argentinian ribeye. It's a small ribeye, comes frozen hard as a rock. They slice it paper thin on a slicer while it's frozen, and then just put it on the flat top and let it go. You could do that at home. You could buy that meat at certain delis. I have some. We're also going to buy some great piece of, I mean, you know, if it's a sandwich, you've got to have great bread. Do the meat. I'm going to throw some onions in and some cheese whiz and make one at home. This takes all of 5 minutes once you get the ingredients. I also might do an upgraded one with a better piece of meat and a better roll, and maybe good provolone cheese instead of the cheese whiz, which I don't even know. Is it really cheese? I don't know. I'll do another sandwich that I really like. I don't know, somebody told me this is Elvis's favorite sandwiches. I don't know, but I eat it a lot for breakfast. It's a peanut butter and banana sandwich dipped in egg, like a Monte Cristo, and then it's sauteed, so it's warm. So you've got the warm kind of French toasty thing going on the outside, and then the peanut butter and banana in the middle, and I drizzle it with a little honey, because, you know, it's breakfast, right? It's a snack kind of thing. It's also good before bed, and it's actually good any time of day. I've had it at any time of day, and it's actually very good. It works really well with milk with bubbles on the top. So let's get started. Cheesesteak 101. Here's a good roll. It's an Atlantic City roll, you know? One of these here little Italian rolls that I like. It's fresh. Yeah, it's nice. It's got a nice soft interior, not much of a crust on the outside. This is it. That's your ribeye that you can see, a lot of fat, which is, you know, why they use a ribeye. And the idea is just get it on a pan, get it hot, and get it out. I'm going to throw in a little bit of onions, and this will be the first sandwich we make today, and you'll see it's easy. All right, see you at the stove. All right, first thing I want to do is get a little color on my onions. Like a little small pan here. You see it's hot, steaming. My onions are in. You can't step away from the pan. This is going to be a fast little demo here. Cheesesteak 101. Just want to get these bad boys to wilt. All right, now, sprinkling in my cheesesteak meat. Spreading it all around on the bottom here. And I'm going to do something you never see those cheesesteak guys do. I'm actually going to add some salt and pepper. A couple turns of the pepper mill. We're going to let that sit and hopefully get some color. Yeah, a little bit. Break it on up, spread it on out, because remember, this is cut really thin. It's just laying on top of itself. You kind of have to spread it out yourself. Slinging cheesesteaks. Who would have thought it would have come to this, huh? I left Philly to make cheesesteaks? Ay, ay, ay. All right, another couple of minutes. All right, we've got some color on the meat, some color on the onions. We're going to load this into our roll. We have a little cheesesteak spatula here. We're just going to apply it liberally. Yeah. Spreading it around on the top. Let it ooze in there. Jesus, that looks disgusting, but it looks good. That's the appeal of this food. All right, this is your basic cheesesteak, Cheesesteak 101. You got your onions, you got your whiz, you got your good roll, your meat, salt and pepper, don't forget that. Now I'm going to squeeze in a little bit of ketchup. Oh, yeah. A little ketchup in there. You can see, let me just show you here. You can see the juice from the meat, how it sinks into the bread. See that? See that bread? That's one of the things that makes it good. It's great. It's a cheesesteak. I grew up eating these. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, 4 in the morning. It's your basic class act. Cheesesteak number 2. Let's say one upgrade. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to get that same cut of meat they used frozen, which is this is a ribeye steak. Got a ribeye steak. I'm going to trim some of the excess fat away. Here's the decal. There's always this little piece of fat in the eye. We're just going to make that go away. And we're just going to slice it. It's going to be bite-sized, but I think this way I can get better color. I've got a nice piece of bread here. This is homemade ciabatta. Yeasty. It's got these beautiful little nooks and crannies. Soft. The outside's got great flavor, but it's also kind of soft. I just think this is a great bread to eat like a cheesesteak thing with, because it's a good sponge for the sauces that drips out. Onion is a constant, and instead of Cheese Whiz, which is some kind of mysterious space-age product, we're going to use dried provolone, Italian-aged dried provolone. I think that'll work really well. And a little ketchup, of course. Go to the stove and we'll experiment. Starting with the meat first, because this meat actually is going to take a little time to cook. And I don't want the onion to burn. Salt, pepper. See, now I've gotten some nice color on this meat, which is really almost impossible to do on those paper-thin frozen ribeyes. Onions, man. Got the steak where I want it. I want these onions just to wilt a little. Yeah, a little liquid from the meat will help steam those onions. Also get a little grease down there. Little trick, you know, little chef's trick here. Like basting the onions, kind of. All right, the onions don't have to cook down much more than this. I'm going to do one more thing here. Just add the ketchup to the pan. This way, really, it coats all the meat, and it's not cold. All right, you got that? Now we can load it in the bread. Tell you what, it smells good. It smells oniony, ketchupy, all the elements of cheesesteak. Provolone, which is just a little kind of an upgrade. Oh, baby. Nothing delicate about this, is there? All right, let's make a mess. I love it. You know, the beef's beefier. You can actually feel the little, I won't say cuts of ribeye. So it's like, you know, beef stroganoff has that little beautiful steak feel to it. Onions are fine. Cheese is good. I love the ketchup. It's not hot floating around. For me, this is the better cheesesteak. Basically the same ingredients, just a slight upgrade. And you could use the Cheese Whiz if you love Cheese Whiz. Or you could use Emmental, you could use any cheese you want in here, it'd be great. All right, this sandwich is like one of my all-time favorites, seriously. I don't know, I didn't hear about that Elvis thing till later. I don't know how I even heard about this sandwich or how it occurred to me to make this thing, but I just been eating these for years. And it's basically like a peanut butter banana Monte Cristo. I got these great organic bananas, spots, always good. I like my bananas with spots. So this is just right, maybe a tad past perfect. Eggs. Look at this egg, I'll crack one now. Wait till you see the yolk on this. Yeah, look at that color. Then when you break it, when you bake with these, everything comes out yellow. Unless it's like you added turmeric. All right, a little drop of vanilla in there. Yeah. A little touch of milk. Just a bit. All right, I'll put that off to the side. You got to use good bread. I love this, man. Pepperidge Farm stuff's classic. This is great American white bread. All right. Got some peanut butter here. Gonna mix it up a little bit because it's that kind of healthy kind. But this is a good like Mother's Day treat kind of thing. Valentine's Day, make this for the babe. Serve it in bed. You're living, man. Peanut butter and banana Monte Cristo delivered. All right. Nice and long. All right, so I got the whole banana in here. Get my spatula. Let it sit there for a couple of minutes till the bread starts to absorb that egg. All right, I have a little oil in this pan. I'm going to add to that a little butter, and I don't want this pan too hot or the butter's going to burn. First thing I do is lift up this first part of the sandwich real carefully, like that. Then I put the lid on her, like that. I usually put cinnamon in with the vanilla and the eggs and the milk, and I forgot. I'm just going to dust a little bit of cinnamon on the top of this. You know, I don't like a cinnamon. If you bite too much of it, it's kind of bitter. That should be plenty. All right. Got to be careful when you flip this. No, that's perfect. That's what I want it to look like. All right, I've got her where I want it. Cut her on the bias. Aha! Now you see why I did peanut butter on both sides. I discovered that by accident one day. It looks like a terrine. You got the bread, peanut butter, banana, peanut butter, bread. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like over here, okay? Never a dull moment. Isn't that beautiful? Get a little honey and just drizzle that honey over. Comme ça. All right, it really is one of my favorite sandwiches of all times. It's a fabulous breakfast, positively great lunch, mood-elevating snack. I see no reason why you can't enjoy this before bed. Never fails. We're doing chocolate milk with it today, too. We're going very retro. This with reruns of Leave It to Beaver. Perfect. I Dream of Jeannie and this and milk. Come on. All right, so we did sandwiches. Great show. A lot of fun to do it. What do we do? 3 simple sandwiches at home. Maybe we'll do sandwiches some other time because there's an endless way to play around with them. And it's great to see guys like Tom Colicchio tackling sandwiches as he did steakhouses to update them and to sort of take a great genre and improve them. But, you know, in New York, again, great ethnic sandwiches. I mean, we didn't do a Cubano. We should have done that this time. We didn't do any of the deli stuff, you know, the pastramis and corned beefs. Years ago we did that. We should revisit that. But there's, you know, so many options for $8, $9, you know, $5 to $10 to $12. You eat like a king. Nowhere else in New York do you get any, you know, these kind of great sandwiches with egg creams at Eisenberg with that fabulous egg salad sandwich, Katz's, the brisket, the pastrami at Second Ave and Katz's and Carnegie. This at home. Anyway, enjoy sandwiches. Until next time, eat well often.